Hi friends, it is Jessica from My Read to Relax, and I am here with another rapid review for you. So this is my thoughts in 5 minutes or less for Wild Dark Shore by Charlotte McConaghy. I think it's McConaghy. This was my first book by this author, and it's a genre I wouldn't have normally picked up. But I had seen so many great reviews for this, and I was so intrigued by the basic synopsis that I had to give this a try, and I am so glad that I did. I loved this one. The very short synopsis, to be non-spoilery, is that there's a family that lives on this very remote island just off of Antarctica. They are there as like the lighthouse keepers, and a body washes up on shore. Obviously, where did the body come from? What's going on? So again, to try and remain spoiler free, I'm just going to talk more about the writing and the style than the plot. But this author not only wrote a really amazing, beautiful description of like this remote wilderness island. It's a place where like research scientists went to study the weather and the ocean and the wildlife. And there's also a seed repository there. So they get into a lot of the scientific discussion about seeds, but it's done in a way that helps the plot along too. It's all woven in together, and it was really beautiful, and it's very atmospheric. Like, you feel like you are there. I could picture everything. The characters are interesting, and I'm not a person who normally loves jumping from perspective to perspective to perspective. I prefer a 1 or 2 point of view book, but here it worked. Again, we jumped the plot forward every time we jumped perspectives, and we unfolded more and more secrets and more bits of information you needed to know as things jumped. It was really, really compelling. I read this in 2 sittings, and it was like I wanted to read it all in one and just didn't have time. But it was very, very gripping. I could not, I knew some of the things that would be revealed. I didn't know some other things. I cried. It was very good, very emotional. I really, I think a lot of people could enjoy this. I also think that there will be people that would avoid it from the description and the sound of what it's about, but it's just, like I said, I'm not a contemporary thriller-ish kind of reader at all. And yet I had heard people talking about sort of the mystery aspect and all of that. And I'm so glad I picked it up. So, I highly recommend this one, and I'm definitely going to read. This author has at least 2 other books that sound like they've got the same type of setting and themes, and I'm really interested to check those out too. So that's my thoughts on Wild Dark Shore. See you next time.